Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, it's been a while since we checked in with the aura colors of the royal family, and a lot of you really enjoy those readings. So let's do it. The secret language of color cards I use for the aura readings. And of course, you have every color in your aura. And what I'm asking is, what is the main color of their aura right now? And because it can change. If you aren't well, it can turn colors. If you're very stressed, if you're very relaxed, it's almost, think of it like a mood ring. Almost like a mood ring. And honestly, I've been trying to think, how do I teach you how to see auras? And I can't come up with anything. I just naturally see them. I started, the first place I saw auras was on trees and animals. So you might want to do that. You might want to try like looking at a group of trees against a beautiful blue sky. And yeah, make sure the sky is blue, and a group of trees, or one big one, and just kind of gaze at it. Don't put too much effort into it. Just kind of gaze and relax your eyes. And you might see a pop of white around the tree. And if you can see that, then just keep looking and you'll be able to see the colors of the aura of the tree and be able to tell how healthy that group of trees are. So example, in the winter, the trees I can only see white. I can only see their energy. And now that it's summer, well, just about summer, they're beautiful, beautiful indigo violet. Like you can tell, like they're just really enjoying this weather. And it's interesting too, when we get into a bit of a drought, their aura changes a bit more stress, that kind of thing. Anyways, that's what I would suggest you do. Or gaze at a sleeping cat. Like the animal has to be still. So if you have a dog or a cat and they're sleeping and they're calm, just gaze at them very gently. Don't try and put too much effort into it. Almost make your eyes go blurry and see if a white glow comes about. And if you can see that, you're on your way to seeing the colors of the aura. That's the information I can give you. It's like I've always been able to see them, and I've been thinking everyone's how to see them. And once you master that, then gaze longer and then see if a color pops out. That's all I can offer you. And then once you go from plants and trees to your pets to still animals, then go on to people. Go and look at some movie stars on TV. I think you'll be quite shocked the colors of their auras. That's why I don't like Oprah. Anyways, I better edit that out. Okay, so enough about auras. Let's get to it. So let's again go down the line of succession. We'll start with King Charles. What is his main aura color? Main aura color. Again, we have all colors. Just sometimes other colors are more prevalent because of different situations that we're going through. It's the energy that you're giving off, the vibration you're giving off, if that feels better for how I'm explaining it. And of course, colors are nothing more than vibrations. That's how we see colors. Oh, wow, ruby and purple. Wow. Top to bottom, rejuvenate your body, develop mental clarity. So this is right from his root to his crown chakra. Well, the crown, this is more your third eye, because your crown chakra is more of a violet, more of a lilac-y violet color. So this is top to bottom. So this is telling me rejuvenate your body. And he did bow out of the second day at Normandy and develop mental clarity. I think he has a big decision to make, and it has to do with his body. I was watching on the first day he was there, and he looked tired to me. He looked exhausted, actually. I feel like he might be doing too much, and developmental clarity here. So he's got like, these are bright colors. So he is very grounded. When this red shows up, your root chakra is, you're very grounded to the earth. But developmental clarity, he may be really thinking about things. He's living more in his head right now, and rejuvenate his body. He needs rest. He needs rest. Interesting. Wow, that popped out. Okay, so let's do Camilla. How's Camilla doing? And she did the second day by herself. How's Camilla doing? How's Camilla doing? Camilla's main aura colors, please. Camilla's main aura colors, please. Cards are ready. Amber, awaken your creativity. Now, this is also in the solar plexus. Amber, you're more your yellows and oranges, so it's in between. It's in her bottom three auras. So this awaken your creativity. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at her bones, and I know she has osteoporosis, and she may be looking at different ways that she can serve that isn't actually active. So awaken your creativity. So awaken to ways that you can be of service, but you don't have to actually be there or move around so much or that kind of thing. So that's the main one. So she's thinking of, when you look at we just did Charles, I think they might be looking at ways that how can we be of service, but pull back a little bit here. So that's her main one too. All right. Now we do William. How's William doing? How's William? What's his main aura? He's been so busy. I saw another reader did a reading on him, and he was quite exhausted. I imagine after the wedding as well that's going on today. Wouldn't be surprised if he went into a bit of a rest time. Mind you, he's still young. A day or two off. Okay, William. What's William's main aura color? What's William's main aura color? Cherry. Live an extraordinary life. Now, this is deep in his root chakra as well. And I can see that he is, this is the energy that he has right now. He doesn't have time to stress in his head. He doesn't really have time for a lot of ooey gooey, lovey, romantic stuff. Cherry is root chakra, which is grounding. So I'm feeling like he's very grounded, live an extraordinary life. And he is. He's done at Normandy, like, did the guy have 5 minutes to have a cup of coffee or tea? I guess he would have. Now he's back in the UK, and he's doing ushering a wedding, and he'll barely get back home, and there's kids to look after, and so live an extraordinary life. I think he is I think he's maintaining, and I think he's doing as best as he can, and he is feeling like this is an extraordinary life. He actually is. When I see this cherry color, I also see a lot of gratitude and feeling full with life. Feeling full with life. Yeah, it's interesting. Him and his father are both getting the root chakra activated. So I think he might be trying to stay grounded so he doesn't become stressed out. He's probably not thinking too much about things. Just going through the motions kind of thing. And it is an extraordinary life. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When are the children out of school? Emerald. Oh, the children. Emerald is the heart chakra. Calm your mind, body, and soul. I love this for the children. This tells me that The children, because all of a sudden I mentioned the children and it popped out. This tells me the children are doing fine. The children are calm your mind, body, and soul. They're very balanced. And this green is the heart chakra. It's also a healing color for them. So I'm really happy to see this. And this is a 30, and this could be 3. So all 3 children are doing this. Refreshed, healing. All right. See, these cards are amazing. So let's ask about Catherine. Catherine, what's her main aura color right now? What's her main aura color right now? And the readings I've done on Catherine, some are good, some are bad, some are doing better, some are 1 step back, 2 steps forward kind of thing. And that's typical for a healing journey. Healing isn't linear. It's like marriage, up and down, up and down. All right, Catherine, her main aura color. Her main aura color, chocolate. Nourish your body and soul. This is really being grounded. And you know who got this last time is Sarah. While Sarah was going through her cancer treatments. So this is telling me right now, it says nourish your body and soul. To me, this feels like very sludgy blood. That, you know, all the chemicals that are in it. And this is really actually fascinating to me because Sarah got this exact one when she was going through her skin cancer treatments. And nourish your body and soul. So it's not even, the mind is not in here. This is ground yourself, your body and your soul. Put your soul back into your body. I'm not saying she's dead. I'm just saying put your soul deep into your body and realize you're physical and ground yourself. But I'm getting that her like tiredness. Like you even think like even melted chocolate is thick and sludgy and doesn't run, you know, not like water, certainly, right? It's very slow, and I'm getting that same feeling I had with Sarah, that it's well, it's brown, it's healing. It's certainly not bright and shiny and new and green, and I'm not surprised at all. This is the color of her aura, just the same as Sarah. So can't wait to see what Sarah's is this time. Apparently she's done her treatments for another 3 months. So this tells me, this is confirmation that Catherine is going through it right now. She's going through her chemo, and she needs to feel a little bit more grounded. Maybe get like a grounding mat or walk outside in bare feet kind of thing. That would really help her pull her soul back into her body. All right. So after Catherine comes, well, if we're doing line of succession, it would be Andrew. Andrew. Oh, no, sorry. Harry. God, it's so easy to forget about. That's my brain going, please forget about him. Let's do Harry. Let's do Harry. And I know Catherine isn't in line of succession, but so line of succession and their spouse. Let's do Harry. Harry. What color? What's the main color? Oh, just a minute. I'm expecting a phone call from my vet. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the vet just called, and my little girl has arthritis, so we had to discuss that. And I've been waiting for the call, and you know what it's like. They're so busy. So, anyways, where were we? All right. So let's do Harry. That's where we were. Isn't that interesting? I didn't want to do Harry, and the phone rang and interrupted me. Maybe we were not meant to do Harry. Harry. What is Harry's main aura color right now? Brilliance. Discover your sparkle. Now this one also popped out, as you saw, and gold. Interesting, we have metal here. We have gold, attract abundance, and brilliance, discover your sparkle. I think we've got somebody who has a lot of money on their mind, that he's trying to attract money, it says attract abundance here. And we've done lots of readings that they are in pretty rough shape when it comes to money. But brilliance, discover your sparkle. Now, this one I find pretty interesting because there's nothing sparkly on here. This is water. But I think what they're getting at is sometimes when water makes a mist and the sun is shining on it, it can be kind of sparkly. Like, I don't know if I would have picked this color here. But this also tells me that this would be your blue, this would be your throat chakra, and this would be your solar plexus. So I'm wondering if he's asking for money. Discover your sparkle. So maybe he's discovering how he can make money right now. Maybe he's talking to people, how to make money, how to attract abundance. Interesting, both of these are sparkly. Like this one actually has more sparkle to it than this one. I would have done this one kind of silver, almost the same. But because it's blue, I'm going to say it's discover your sparkle is talk to people about, how can you create money? How can you attract abundance? So I think with these two, I think that's why his aura are these colors. He's thinking of ways of how he can attract money, how he can also reignite. I got this reignite himself. Discover your sparkle, and maybe that's it. Maybe because there's no sparkle in here, it's you have to discover your sparkle. Discover what makes you sparkle. So maybe he's trying to think of ways, he's trying to attract abundance. And we know that they use like law of attraction and vision boards and whatnot. So whatever he's doing, he's making his aura vibrate to abundance. So that'll be interesting if he wins that court case, right? Interesting. So let's do Meghan. Let's do Meghan. Let's do Meghan. What's Meghan's main color of her aura right now? What's Meghan's main color of her aura right now? What's Meghan's main color of her aura right now? Ruby, rejuvenate your body. So that's the same as Charles. Rejuvenate your body. I'm wondering if this has anything to do with some of her chemical use that she's using on her body that we are guessing, and allegedly for entertainment purposes only, the Ozempic or whatever, but rejuvenate your body. So when you get this root chakra, that tells me you're exhausted. So she's exhausted. So has she exhausted all avenues? Is that why Harry's trying to pull in some money and she's exhausted? We haven't seen her in weeks. And yeah, we saw those grainy pictures on what was supposed to be their anniversary. There's zero proof that those pictures were actually taken on their anniversary. Zero. They could have been taken at any time and then posted for their anniversary. But she's exhausted. So has she exhausted all avenues? But rejuvenate your body. So her root chakra right now, also root chakra is survival skills as well. You're trying, that's your basic survival, is your root chakra. So it looks like she's exhausted. And all Harry's thinking about is money, how to make money, how to talk about, how we're going to make money. And it looks like they're on two completely different planes. All right. So let's go next to, who's next in line? Andrew. Let's go next into Andrew. Andrew. What's Andrew? This will be interesting because they're supposedly Andrew in an argument about his home. So let's see if he shows up red, because that's insecurity as well. Rose, look at that. You can't make this up. Attract a relationship. Now, I don't think this is attracting a relationship for love. I think he's attracting relationships that can help him. So as we see Edoardo is helping him fix up the house. He's stepped in, and I did read cards that somebody was going to step in, that they had some kind of, and I did read that it was probably one of the girls, and here it was Edoardo is stepping in. He could be this attractor relationship. We've done a lot of readings that Sarah's the one who wants the relationship versus Andrew. And, maybe he's realizing that he does need people in his life to help him, do things and get things done. And so I think this is where he is. But this also tells me that he's in survival mode as well. This when you get these deep reds, and even though it's called rose, it won't be as urgent or basic as your red chakra, as your root chakra, meaning food, shelter. This is showing that he needs to be warmer to the people around him, and cooperate. So this could also be something that he wants to cooperate more with Charles over what's going on with the house. All right, so let's do Sarah. I'm going to be really interested in this one with Sarah. Sarah's main aura color right now. Sarah's main aura color right now. Scarlet, attract success. Interesting how we have so many of them are pulling up the same chakra, the same root chakra, the grounding, the survival mode. And I would like to I've done a couple of readings about is the monarchy in survival mode. And this is telling me they're feeling it. And again, Scarlet attracts success. So this is, this is the basics. This is doing her like her blah, 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 blah. I'm getting distracted by this. I'm wondering if she has, if they're going to find colon cancer. That just popped into my head. That's why I was stumbling. I'm like, do I say it or don't I? I'm wondering if she should get that checked. Anyways, so she might be the one who's like, well, Andrew, I'm the one who has to make some money here. I've got books. I can write children books. I can get my YouTube channel going. I can get my podcast going. I can write about my cancer journey. Like, I think she's the one who's really trying to attract some money for them. And I think when you go into money survival, it really affects your root chakra. So she's really trying to attract some success, and in survival mode, and that's food, shelter, money. So they're both in that regard. But Andrew's more feeling like, I better be cooperative with people if I want to get out of this mess. And Sarah's more, I better find a way to create money so we can get out of this mess. So that's the difference between the two of them. All right. Now let's do Beatrice quickly. I wonder why she wasn't at the wedding. Let's do Beatrice quickly. Beatrice, why wasn't she at the wedding? So Beatrice, the main color of her aura. Beatrice, the main color of her aura. Burgundy, awaken your passions. Again, we have another royal with a red chakra color, an aura color here. Awaken your passion. I wonder why she wasn't at the wedding. But burgundy is more of a brownish red. So she's a little bit more grounded. So waking this a passion, waking your passion when it's this wine color. I'm thinking spirits are in wine. So maybe become a little bit more spiritual. Maybe she's a little too grounded right now. Also, I did read that she maybe having problems becoming pregnant again or wanting another baby. And that would be, I'm getting like the uterus system here. That's why I was getting that. Okay, Edoardo. And he's helping out his in-laws. He's stepped up to the plate. He's helping his in-laws. Edoardo. What's his main color of his aura? Brown again. Interesting. Establish boundaries. I did that reading that they were having a little bit of trouble with his ex. Look at that. The clock agrees with me. I'm wondering if he is trying to get out of a mess with her. Establish boundaries. Interesting because I said that red, that Beatrice is a reddish brown. I'm wondering if that's why they weren't at the wedding. I might do a reading on that. All right. Let's do, boy, a lot of security issues with the royals right now. I wonder if that has anything to do with the big threat that's going on. Okay, let's do Eugenie. Eugenie. You know, my sister had a name that was very difficult for people to articulate. And I think that plays on a person. You know, that you always are constantly correcting people. I have to correct people, not a lot, but sometimes. I thought my name was simple to pronounce, but apparently it's not. But my sister's name was very difficult for people to articulate. And, you know, and I made sure my children's names were spelt and done in a way that there was absolutely no way that people could mix it up. Eugenie, main color of her aura. Magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. Again, another red-based. This is crazy. Sometimes I do these and everybody's getting white or peach or light colored. And this time, everybody's getting the deep reds. I know this is a deep pink, but it has a pink with a red in it. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. I'm wondering if there is, I better read on that, a threat that has rocked the royal family in some way, that their security is feeling a little bit off, that they aren't feeling as secure as they normally are. Because this is crazy that they all mostly have red-based root chakras. Now this magenta one, this is more of in the sexual organs. Let's be honest. It's more of a, you know, the pink and the red, that's more of your romance, your sexual energy, and it connect to your deepest inner knowing. And so there might be, you know, she might be feeling pretty good. She's got 2 children. She's looking great. You know, it looks like everything's going well in her life. So she must be having also her deep inner knowing in those sexual passions are also balancing your masculine feminine. So she's, I'm getting that's, you know, takes about a year to get over a baby. It really does. It's sometimes more for you to feel back to completely normal, especially if you've been breastfeeding, and so good for her. I think he just celebrated his first birthday. So interesting. All right. So who's next? Edward. What's Edward's main aura? Edward's been quiet. Sophie's been out a bit, but Edward's been quiet again. Edward. Edward, what's going on with Edward? What's the main color of his aura? Apricot, rejoice and laugh. Okay, so he's doing good. He's lightened up quite a bit. I'm really happy to see this. And actually, this is his sacral chakra. Rejoice and laugh. So he's feeling open. He's feeling like he can express himself. He's feeling, think of a belly laugh. Think of a belly laugh. Like this is orange is joy, pure joy, creativity. Maybe now he has more time. I know he enjoys dancing, creating, that kind of thing. I think he's finding that part of his life. He's probably exercising a little bit more. Rejoice and laugh. So this is great for Edward. This tells me he's feeling a lot better. We did some readings on him, and I think he really struggled with losing both his parents so quickly. And it's nice to see that he has that lightness about him, and that creativity has come back. And that's how you know you're out of a depression, is when you can become a little bit more creative. All right, so Sophie, 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 Sophie. Magenta. Listen, again, it's interesting. He is apricot, she is magenta. They're both flowers. So it feels like they're like, I'm getting this feeling like they're like teenagers again, like they're discovering each other again. Again, we have two very, both for Edward and Sophie, these passion cards. But Sophie, in some respects, is pulling sex into feeling more secure, into her security. So the fact that, Edwards is also very, I was going to say Randy Andy, but that's kind of the wrong thing to say. Blooming, let's put it that way. It looks like these two are doing just really well. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. And that's really good for Sophie. Sophie and Edward. Well, that's really good for them. All right, so let's do Anne. And I'm not going to do Timothy. I never get anything to do on him. It's like he has a block, or he's like, I don't know, Timothy. And then, of course, we know Mike and Zara have their red velvet rope policy up that I abide by. And, of course, I don't do Peter that often either. And Princess Royal. Magenta. Listen, look at how many people had red. Look at, I shuffle. And you look at the females who have this magenta. We have Sophie, we have Eugenie, and we have Anne. What is rocking their feeling secure? Are they feeling, I'm getting this feeling like, are the females being targeted? Is there something targeting the females? That this red is coming out in that area, that insecurity part of it. I'm not going to read too much into it. Maybe it's summer and everybody's, frolicking. Let's put it that way. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. I just find that fascinating, that there's so much red in this family. I'm surprised Anne has it. She usually has like white or gold or, something sparkling. Interestingly enough, the one that has the brightest colors is Harry, with the sparkle and the gold. And everybody else, and Edward also had a lighter color. And everybody else has this red, this insecurity. I got it. That's will be my next reading. Is there a threat against the royal family that they're that they're feeling it. Well, thank you very much for watching. I know some of you really enjoy these aura readings. I find them fascinating, absolutely fascinating, how a family moves around the same energies. And that's how you can really spot the energies, right? How a family is affecting each other with the energies and the vibrations. And isn't that interesting? If you hang around, birds of a feather, and it just shows how hanging around people who are anxious, you'll pick up some of that anxiety, or happy. Hanging around people who are happy, you'll pick up some of that happiness. Hanging around people who are very secure and loving, you'll pick up on that. Hanging around people who are vulnerable or feeling threatened or very insecure at the moment, you'll also pick up on that. And I think it's, and you see me shuffle, and the fact that that the same ones come up is fascinating. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.